It is 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm sat here having been awake since about 4. I will admit, this is mainly because some other things are going on, but, yesterday, quite literally, I turned down one of the biggest possible paychecks I have had from a brand ever to say I love something, and I turned it down. And it's not because I didn't need the money. God forbid, I would be absolutely abhorrent if I said I didn't need the money. And you know, as well as everybody else, that out there right now financially, it is horribly sticky, and I turned it down. I didn't turn it down because I'm some morally superior twat, and I certainly didn't turn it down because I hate brands. I turned it down because, quite frankly, they told me I had to say I loved it. And it was something I'd never used, something I hadn't really thought about, and something that didn't fit into my workflow as it is already. So, and I have had this strong opinion that I would never turn into one of those sellout type influencers. And you're going to hate me for saying that because people, you got to make the money, you got to make the money. I refuse to build a platform on pretending. I just can't. I can't. And if that makes me difficult, cool. But I'd rather be difficult than disposable and mistrusted. I just can't. So I'm calling this episode "Why I Turned Down a Paid Brand Deal" and what that says about who I'll work with. Or am I a freaking idiot for turning down that amount of money because I simply won't sell out? Now I'm not going to name the brand because this isn't a call out episode. It really isn't. Because the truth is, this isn't about one brand in particular. There is an entire culture that has become normalized in the online creation industry. And I'm not alone in getting deals like this. We see it not just in the photography world, but across all of the influencer type places, from fashion to makeup to cars to all sorts, all right? The deal comes through just like many do, friendly, polite, and professional. But inside there is like cope that these are the talking points we need to have. This is the kind of tone we want, and the assumption that the infusion will be pre-written. They basically want me to hype up a product that I will have no testing period on. Know if this fits in with your workflow or how I currently shoot. Just here's what we want you to say. And that's probably why I paused quite hugely because, and I mean, like, it was like brakes on the squeal. Like, I was like, saw the money and they led with the money first. I feel like that's a very clever emotional way to get yourself noticed, to get people to go, okay, but look at all that money. And I am looking at this email right now going, that is a lot of money to turn down. And I did turn it down. I'll tell you what I replied back a bit later on, but yeah, I had to pause. I didn't just go, ooh, there wasn't, I would be lying if I didn't say there was a point where I went, could I do it? Could I do it? Could I do it? Um, and the real answer is no, because thank God this is a podcast episode. Because but they wanted it on a YouTube video and they wanted it on the podcast. The problem is, on the podcast, I could probably hide my face better. On a YouTube video, you would see the disdain on my face. My face is my tell. My face, I would never be a great poker player. There is a joke amongst my friends. They don't need to ask me if I don't like something. My face will tell them. I can't. I try so hard to keep, even if I keep like a really stoic face with no expression. My friends are like, yeah, she hates it. So they know me, and I think you would know me, okay? Um, but this is nothing new. I'm not new to the industry. It's not like I don't get deals offered to me. I won't say regularly, but why can't I say that? Oh, I know. Why? 'Cause it's 5 a.m. and I've not slept. Or I've not slept very well. Um, I should disclose the reason why I'm not sleeping isn't because of just this brand deal. I can't badge you into thinking that's what it is. I really, when I'm recording this episode, it's literally the day after I recorded the YouTube video on which you can go find on my YouTube about grief. I'm going through a personal thing at the minute. At the time of recording this, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. Mostly it's not been easy, so I'm not sleeping very much, and I think this has made me slightly more emotional and more philosophical because I'm not sleeping. Maybe. And I'm still caffeine free. God knows how I'm doing this caffeine free, because if ever there was a reason to break my caffeine free reign, it is definitely now. Because at the moment I'm borderline between like, I feel like having like a complete emotional breakdown because my heart is hurting, or just laughing at the hypocrisy of the fact I just turned down this large sum of money. I don't know. But I've been in the industry long enough to watch trends come and go. A bit an audience of being honest and when it's uncomfortable, because you have to be honest. I think that's something. Being honest should not be a negative thing. I mean, I'm not asking you to like hate pile on something, but being honest about something is 100% okay. My books didn't sell because I sugarcoated things. I did a whole chapter in my book. You can find the one. It's on Amazon now. About dog poo. Go and honestly, it's fantastic. It's one of the chapters that people message me the most about, saying, this is the one that really hit me. There's literally a chapter in my book on dog poo, and it's relevant, believe it or not. It's relevant, and it's not a metaphor. It's literally me telling you about dog poo. Um, by the way, if you're interested, go find them on Amazon. They're under Khandie Reese. Go have a look. This podcast itself did not grow because I played nice. I was like, oh, let's talk about nice things. Let's talk about how beautiful both is. Let's talk about just how lovely. I wanted to talk about things on here that we don't often talk about. I want to be very blunt and very brutal too, which is why the episodes are often quite a little bit shorter, because you don't mean waffling for like hours on end to try and eke out the listen hours, which apparently Spotify do want me to do, but I still refuse. By the way, we're nearly at 100 episodes, I tell you. And this is a great time for you to go, do you know what, Khandie? I love what you do. I'm going to subscribe wherever you're listening to, be it Amazon, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Please subscribe because I like the numbers to go up. Subscribe to all my social medias, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, people come to me, I think, from what I understand from the messages I get from you guys, is because you kind of trust me. I might be just a voice on the air to you in your ear pods or wherever, but you actually start to trust me, because when I tell you something works, I also tell you why it doesn't work for me or why it might not work for you. I also don't hype something to death. I'm very pragmatic and honest, I think, and that's why I talk about what I like. And I think the second I fake that excitement or fake applause for a product that falls short, that trust instantly goes and you can't get it back. I don't think you can ever get it back. And the internet remembers forever. Somewhere along the line, being an influencer stopped meaning influence, I think, and it became almost like obedience. Here's a paycheck, say this, smile like this, don't mention the downside, don't complicate the issue, and all good, and the check will clear. But I don't think you guys are idiots. I mean, some of you are, maybe some of you are idiots. But I'd like to think you're not, my love. I think you are a warm, fuzzy, beautiful person. You don't want fairy tales. You want real life context. You want honesty, and brands should want that too, in my opinion. Brands should want me to say whether I love something or I'm not great about it, and I think you want me to do that too. I talk openly. Let's talk about something I do endorse. They don't pay me to endorse it, although I do get a commission. People sign up for it, but it's not that they pay me to talk about them. It's Studio Ninja, right? And I speak about this so much because honestly, I'm so over seeing photographers complicate their booking systems. I did a shoot recently for myself, and I had like 4 different emails on my contract. I had to get my contract, digitally sign it for them, send it back to them, and then they said, "Oh, and then here's this." Like, it's just got messy, and it was a bit clunky for me. And then, like, when I wanted to review the contract, I had to go back into my email, find that thing, open it up, scroll down and find it, right? And then I didn't get a shoot reminder or anything like that. And the things that I like, okay, I don't know if you're gonna laugh at me, but that's why it's Studio Ninja. They're not paying for this, but they have their downsides. I'll tell you what their downsides are. They don't yet have an internal mailing system. So you can email, definitely, but you can't send out a newsletter from them, which I would love to be able to do. But you can download all the emails that have signed up to your newsletter and import them into whatever system you're using for your newsletter. They don't have SMS messaging yet, but that's not something I'm massively worried about. I send people emails, and every now and then I'll send my own little reminder, but I have it. I send email. It's all automated. I love it. The reason why I love it is automated. There's a client portal. Literally, clients get sent a link so they can go into this portal, just like you do when you get your insurance or your banking, and there is your contract. There is your questionnaire. There is your invoices. You can upload images for me to see as inspiration images. All of that, right? It's all there. It's everything is there for me to look at. Um, and it's fantastic. It's utterly fantastic, okay? I'm all for it. I think it's fantastic. Yes, those little niggles are there, but they're not massively for me right now. I have a system that works, and thankfully it's great. But I see people really overcomplicate. I see people go, right, so this is how I use my contracts, and then I need something that does my online booking. I'm like, I have that all in Studio Ninja. Like, I want to cut down the amount of subscriptions I have. Perfect, done. And I think it's very low cost. You don't have to use it, but for me, it's something I've used, and the reason why I don't endorse the others that have asked me is because most of them aren't based here in the UK or don't have that slickness that I like, okay? So that's why I like it. My clients seem to like it. I tested a few out, right? That's a great endorsement, right? I've told you the negatives. It's not a fully comprehensive one, but I've told you an endorsement, right? So I'm I'm being honest. I didn't say I entirely love it, right? There was niggles. But I don't think we all entirely love everything that we use for photography. There is niggles with everything, you know? And I certainly don't perform for enthusiasm, and I earn my enthusiasm through my experiences with it, and I tell you about stuff that I like, and I want to bed it in use. I've used it for a couple of years now. So that brings me on to this whole concept of de-influencing for a second. And for a minute, I want to talk about it because people have really misunderstood. De-influencing is about you being an asshole. It's really not. De-influencing is about trashing brands, humiliating products, or clout chasing with a form of negativity. It's really not. What it says is this: basically, you'd be like, this is what works well, this is where it struggles, and this is who it's actually for. Essentially, it's not damaging, it's very useful, because the last thing a brand wants to do is sell a product and then have to process a refund. Right? They don't want that. They don't want refunds. They want you to be informed about everything, so you have as much information as possible, so that when you purchase it, it's an informed purchase. Yes? Okay? So I'm going to speak to brands directly here. If there are any brands listening to this, and yes, I know some of you are, because you have messaged me in the past about how you've loved an episode, or is there actually being on one. So let me be very clear what it's like working with me. And I hope you understand the reason why I turned this one down and you're like, actually, Khandie, we love this idea of you. Because I'm not a mouthpiece. I like to think I'm kind of like a translator. What you want to say, how I want to say it. I speak to photographers who will ask follow-up questions, who will notice inconsistencies, and will remember what I said 6 months later. So if I recommend something, I think it will land hard, because I don't recommend everything. And I'm very honest about that. And I think you would love that. Okay. That's me earning too, hopefully. But what I do offer as a brand partner is credibility, context, and long-term trust. You will see that I have no money in the game, no skin in the game with Studio Ninja. I use it. Everyone who has an account can earn commission from referrals, right? So I'm not getting any extra money from saying this. Notice how I brought it up. If you look at my videos, notice how I bring it up, yeah? I talk about it often because photographers, if you need to step up and be professional, get a client management software. There are many out there. This is just the one I liked because there are many reasons. I could do a whole episode on why I like it, but I'm not going to here today. Okay. A partnership with me isn't just a one post hit. If I love it, I'll keep talking about it. I'll talk about it in a very normal, freely spoken way, because I will want to talk about it instinctively. Okay. So, yes, that means sometimes I'll say this isn't for everybody. Okay. I'm not for everybody. I'm not trying to sabotage any brand or anyone else. It's just I need things that align with me, reputational association with me, right? I'm me with you. Okay. You don't like a gobshite, then don't hire me. Don't book me for it. If you don't like someone who speaks very plainly, don't hire me. But if you want someone who will say, "Hey, this is fantastic. This is good. This is what I hope they'll bring out in the future. This is what they don't offer." Why can't I? Your product is there. They're going to get it. They're going to notice it. Okay. An ambassador isn't someone who never criticizes. An ambassador is someone whose praise actually means something. I want brands to understand that honesty sells longer. You know, nuance builds loyalty, and audiences trust humans and not scripts. And if that makes you as a brand nervous, then we're not a fit. And that's 100% okay. All right. One of the things I got sent, I know a lot of people get it to them in the world of influencer and content creation. You'll get asked to review a product that they'll send you for free, normally from Amazon or somewhere similar. And the idea is that you say you use it. And I know why people fall for it. They're like, "Oh my God, I get something free." The thing is, it wasn't in my basket to buy. It wasn't on my wish list. It wasn't something that was on my radar. I don't want to use this. And then I look at it and I'm like, no, really not. Really don't want to. And then when you look through all the reviews, they're all positive. And I can probably see 3 or 4 reasons why it wouldn't be positive, but they're all like, "It's amazing. It's the best thing I've ever had." Why? Because I got it free and they've been hoodwinked into it. Imagine if I did that to you guys. Imagine if I went, "Here I am with this amazing," I can't think of anything. Camera strap. It massages you while you're wearing it. And you'd be like, "Oh my God, that's so cool." So you get no neck ache. It's amazing. Yeah, it's great until you want to do like handheld photography and it's vibrating on your neck, or the battery runs out or overheats, or I don't know. I don't know. Trying to think of a random product that I've never been told about. Shiatsu massaging neck strap. You see it, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. And I've patented it here now, babes. I said it first. Oh God, I could think of even more annoying. Oh, no, no thanks. Um, the real risk isn't creators saying no. The risk is honestly your audience is just switching off because you're just BSing them. Because once trust is gone, no amount of paid reach fixes it. They just won't. So I'm here playing the long game, I like to think, and I want brands who are too. I don't lecture, I don't grandstand when I tell them that, like when I say no, I say, I can't. I mean, what did I reply to this one? Something along the lines of, I'm not going to the email now because I might accidentally slip some information that I shouldn't have. I can't promote products that I haven't tested in my real workflow. If you're open to a more honest format or trial period, I would love to talk to you again. That's it. Standards, no drama, no ew, go away, blah blah blah. I just have been very honest, and it is 5 a.m. and I need to go to bed. I need to try and get some more sleep. I need to. I know like a lot of people get up at 5 a.m., but I'm not sleeping. I'm like having very broken sleep right now. Oh, quit whinging, Khandie. It's your own doing. Your own mind's doing it. I don't wanna be everywhere. I don't. I mean, it does look like that because you could listen to this podcast, what, on Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music, and on YouTube, and I'm on YouTube, and I'm on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram. Please go follow me. I'd like some numbers to go up. But I wanna be believed. I don't want quick money that costs me long-term trust because I spent a long time building up my measly platform. I love you all, but it is lower numbers, so go follow. Please, please, please. Um, but I think it's been built because I'm honest, and I think that's the point. I'm not very clickbaity, at least I hope I'm not. I'm very, this is what I do, this is how I do it. I didn't want to build a platform that collapses the second people realize I'm pretending because I'm not anti-brand in the slightest. I'm very much pro integrity, pro credibility, and pro doing this fucking right because, yeah, I'm not a dodgy salesperson. So if you're a creator listening to this, you're allowed to have standards. And saying no doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It just means you're very intentional and you're very honest. And if you're a brand listening and you want partnerships that last longer than a campaign window, I'm always open to conversations. Let's start that way. This has been The Loud Lens. I am probably going to go to bed now, but if this has made you feel uncomfortable, it's made you rethink, good, because that's where honest stuff lies. Anyway, good night. Or maybe it's not good night. Maybe listen to this in the morning and you're like, no, Khandie, I'm living my best life. Good for you. I hope to have some sleep right now.